Time for the Erica-ism of the day. Many of you know that I have a book called More Than Pretty that's coming out September the 24th. It's actually available for pre-order now on Amazon.com. But in the book, I'm talking about the problem with pretty. I've had an interesting relationship with the word pretty. So I grew up with a father who always told me, my family, you know, she's just a pretty girl. She's a pretty girl, and you embrace that. And then you grow a little older, and then boys call you pretty, but it's a kind of a term of manipulation. I want to tell you pretty so I can see if I can get in your head or maybe even your pants. And then, you know, even becoming Erica Campbell, the solo artist, oh, she's so pretty, as to minimize my intelligence or to minimize my business acumen or to minimize my gifts and talents. So while I appreciate the word, I understand the word. So I don't vilify the word, but I do understand. And if you don't have this information, you've probably given this word way too much power. Someone calling you pretty, what does it really mean? What do their words really mean? Does it affect what you see in the mirror? Your belief in how you look and how you feel about you has to go much deeper than what is on the outside, deeper than your hair or your makeup. I know women who literally would not go to church because their hair isn't right. I'm not going to praise the Lord because my hair isn't right because of how I look. Don't you ever let how you look on the outside stop you from being great, stop you from praising our great God, stop you from going to work or anything like that. You know, it's your heart that needs to shine. There were beautiful women in the Bible. We know that Sarah was beautiful, and Rahab was beautiful, and Abigail was beautiful. Abigail was also described as an intelligent woman. We know Esther was beautiful, but she was very smart as well. So beauty and brains do go together. And we still have a lot of stereotypes to knock down, especially in this very sexist world that we live in. And it is the enemy's agenda to make us more focused on just the outer appearance, more focused on what people say. It's really not about what people say. It's what you know to be true about you. It's what God says about you. It is your confidence that you have when you wake up in the morning. And listen, I understand maybe the enemy has done a number on you because of what you've experienced. Maybe you got your heart broken a time or two, or maybe you didn't hear that you were the pretty girl growing up and that's all you've wanted. Well, if the enemy knows that's what you wanted, he's going to use that to his advantage. Make sure that you are so solid in who you are. Pick up the book and find out what God says about you. Many people have been manipulated with that word. Little girls manipulated, grown women manipulated, business situations were manipulated because, oh, come here. Oh, she's so gorgeous. Oh, she's so pretty. She's so, you know what I mean? I don't take offense, but I definitely pay attention when people start that way. And I didn't come here for pretty. If I came here for business, that shouldn't be the first thing that you say about me. If I came here to work, that's not the first thing I want to hear. Oh, she's so pretty. I thank you and I appreciate that, but I make a mental note of the word and the tone and how it's being used. Is it for manipulation? You know, is it trying to soothe some low self-esteem that you assume that I have because I am a pretty girl? I'm pretty, but I'm also smart, and I'm also anointed, and I'm also called, and I'm also chosen. And I know all those things about myself. So I don't allow that word to do damage to my soul, or the lack of hearing that word do damage on the soul. Let's pay attention to who we are, women, and pay attention to the tools that the enemy uses. He uses everything. He uses if you heard it growing up or if you didn't. He uses it if there was another girl that was the most beautiful at the girl at school and it's not you. And you spend your life trying to meet this standard that is unrealistic, that the enemy only put in the way to block you from your blessings, to block you from your purpose, to block you from who you are. Don't let pretty or the lack thereof stand in the way, because only you can define that. The most beautiful people have been really, really ugly. And then there are some people who are not traditionally beautiful, who have absolutely the most beautiful spirits I ever encountered in my life. Make sure you're shining from within. All right. Don't work on the outside. Don't only focus on the outside, but focus on the inside. All right. That is my Erica-ism for today. Love you. And I mean it.